The recipe I'm going to be doing for you guys today is a Mangalorean Pulimunchi, which basically is a wonderful fish curry of kingfish cooked in a masala of coconut and some really tangy tamarind. So let's get straight to it. What we're going to do first is make our coconut-based masala. Okay, so for that we need to dry roast all of this wonderful coconut, and then I'm going to add 6 of these wonderful boar chilies. Okay, they're nice and hot, spicy, wonderfully smoky. And then Kashmiri chilies for color. So nice and smoky again, and a wonderful color from those Kashmiri chilies. We're going to get, toss it around. Now for our aromatics, 8 cloves of garlic, which I've peeled. And last but not the least, 1.5 teaspoons of coriander seeds and a nice generous teaspoon of some zira or cumin. Okay, so all we need to do now is put this into a blender and then grind it to a fine paste with our puli, or in this case tamarind. Okay. So into the blender go all of the wonderful coconut and chilies and spices, and then I'm just going to add tamarind extract. One more thing, for a little bit of color, I'm going to add turmeric and 1/2 teaspoon of red chili powder, and also a teaspoon of salt. I think it's going to need a little bit of water as well, because there's a fair amount of coconut in there. Okay. The masala is now ground nice and fine. Get rid of this. Now we can get down to making the base for our fish curry. So while that's heating up, I'm quickly gonna chop up a couple of onions. Okay, so into the pan, which is now nice and hot, I'm gonna add some coconut oil. A couple of tablespoons of this wonderfully nutty and sweet coconut oil. Okay, so into the oil, a generous teaspoon of mustard seeds, ingredient that is vital and central to the cuisine of this region, curry leaves. Okay, lovely. So our mustard seeds and our curry leaves are crackled. Now into the pan, I'm just going to add a couple of green chilies and then about 1.5 inches of ginger. It's time for us to add our onions. And we're just going to saute the onions lightly until they are soft and very lightly colored. वक्त आ गया है अपना मसाला डालने का. Right, so into this I'm going to add all of this wonderful coconut based spice paste. Now all we need to do is add some water. Let's give it a stir and then cover it and let our wonderful pulimunchi come to a boil, at which point we will add our fish and just poach it to perfection. Okay, so our fish is in. Now we're just gonna simmer the pulimunchi for a good 7 to 10 minutes until our fish is cooked and tender and the curry is nice and thick. and tangy. While our fish is cooking to perfection, I am going to make a quick tempering of some dry red chilies and some mustard seeds and also some curry leaves. It's just going to give it a little bit of a lift and a hit of flavor. So our coconut oil is nice and hot, and into that about a teaspoon of mustard seeds and then a couple of these wonderful Kashmiri chilies. Now in go our wonderful curry leaves. Yeah, just simply add it. Yeah. And then just gently stir it in. Wonderful. Look at that. Super. Some fresh coriander. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a traditional Mangalorean Pulimunchi cooked with some fresh kingfish from the fishing docks right behind me.